Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Family Health Podcast, a podcast for families and leaders that want to strengthen families. My name is Dr. Corey Gilbert, an author, university professor, licensed professional counselor, a life coach, and researcher, and speaker on topics such as trauma, abuse, sexual ethics, and gender and sexuality issues today. I will be your host. In this podcast, we'll be focusing on 4 areas. See these as a quadrant: your health, your purpose, your relationships, and your work. Each week, we will be diving into one of these 4 areas with the goal of challenging you and encouraging you in building strong families. We're sponsored by the Family Launch Academy, a community of families, parents, and leaders that want to see their children launched well into adulthood, prepared for what's to come. Find out more about the community, resources, courses, trainings, and Q&As with me, Dr. Gilbert, and the Family Launch Academy by joining our free Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Family Launch Academy. Now let's get into this week's episode. Hey there, this is Dr. Corey Gilbert with the Family Health Podcast. I'm back here with my son, Alex.
Hello, I'm alive.
You're alive. I'm so glad you're alive.
Oh, surprise.
So what do you mean surprise? Whatever, dude.
No.
Right now you're recovering from a sunburn, so that's not been fun.
Rip.
What happened with the sunburn?
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it? He's, 6 hours at the ocean?
7.
7 hours at the ocean playing?
7 hours straight on the Pacific in the sun.
In the sun, cold water.
So
No sunscreen.
Yeah, we were having so much fun that we forgot to put sunscreen on. So all 4 or 3 of us were badly burned. And
Yep.
I'm blistered.
Yes, you are. But it's recovering, so you're getting there. Ooh, that's not fun.
Not,
Yep.
but
Well, today we're going to talk about devices. So you are 13, right?
yes.
When did you get a smartphone? Was it right at 13?
I think a little before I turned 13.
That's right, because you were actually heading on a trip to Texas.
It was me alone. You handed me the phone.
You were heading on a trip
The
to
day
Texas,
before.
flying by himself from Oregon, and so we gave him this old iPhone that we had, small one that he could use, and it became something that you had to steward, which you did a great job with. But what's some of the pitfalls of having a smartphone?
The access to many things that you shouldn't have access to at the age.
Yeah. So we have parental controls, you have all that stuff, and we can monitor it. And probably the most frustrating part of it was which part? The monitoring.
Yeah,
What part of it was frustrating?
all of it.
All of it? You couldn't do things, and there were certain limits that mom had put on it that just kind of made you
It wouldn't work
frustrated.
after 9 p.m. and it wouldn't work until 9 a.m. And it only worked for an hour and a half a day, and then it would shut off completely.
And so there's things you were doing, and you get stuck. Things you
Yes.
wanted to do. But a lot of it you did music.
Yes.
So what's another pitfall with smartphones? I mean, you said access to everything. That's a big one right there. What's the access? To what?
To the internet.
Yeah, the internet's the biggest one. What were some of the other things that were interesting to you at first? You were downloading apps. Games, right?
Yeah, I didn't really like the games very much.
But you wanted them. Because I remember one day you asked me, can I get my money back for all those games? And we're like, no, that's how it works.
Yeah.
No returns on that. So, yeah. What's another thing with smartphones?
Access to like texting people.
Yeah. Which is good and bad, right?
Yes.
Like I just now got a thread of text messages from our Boy Scout group as they're getting ready for tonight's meeting. It was neat that they could do that without having to go through parents, which is good again and bad. But also, what about being able to text us when you're somewhere that you're safe? Because you take the bus to the library. So these are good. And you said it just a little bit ago before we started. A phone is
It's a tool, it's a tool, not a toy.
Right. And being able to remind ourselves that this is a powerful tool. What's the other name I give a smartphone?
A porn portal.
A porn portal, yep. So basically, if you hand a child this, you're giving them the world, which is access to everything online, which is a problem. This is a porn portal. So be aware of that and be prepared to have those conversations if they're going to have that. So you've had that for a while now, and then we went on a summer vacation or summer trip to Texas, and I spoke there, and we drove across country. you lost the phone, not lose it, like gone, but we took it from you at some point.
Mm-hmm.
You remember why?
Yes.
Why? You're not going to say?
Nah.
Not going to say, okay. Well, and it became one of those things where because of behavior on the trip and stuff, we decided, hey, we need to remove
I
this.
just would ignore people. I would
Exactly.
always have headphones in.
Exactly. Which drives me crazy, the headphones sometimes, when you can escape. And the fact is you could escape your brother and sister all the time.
That was nice.
It was nice. But when we took it away, we came back from our trip, and what was different at home? Like even at the dinner table.
I would talk.
Yeah. And that was huge for us. We started realizing that by not having that access to be able to escape to friends, which is what everyone at this age wants, which is not a bad thing, but he was more present with us at the dinner table and more conversational and more engaging, which is actually kind of exciting. Because one of the things I call my kids is I call them my 3 experiments, because that's literally what they are. We don't know what we're doing. None of us do. You don't. We're learning as we go from their personalities and our personalities and how they clash. And the fact is media and technology is just racing ahead of us, and we're trying to figure things out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you should have a smartphone right now?
I want to, but I know we shouldn't.
Yeah. And I remember a book I read, Digital Minimalism, by, I just lost his name. I'll put it in the show notes. Cal Newport. He was saying that he believes in the next 4 or 5 years we will be appalled at the idea of giving a 13-year-old a smartphone because of how much it takes them away from being present and the temptation of all the other stuff that it leads to as well. The other one's going to be social media, which we don't have. He doesn't have access to yet. That becomes a huge takeaway. And how do we, again, do the whole work, relationships, purpose, and health, and actually have a healthy family and relationships if we're not able to be present? So we're glad that you're present when you are. But I know it's important to escape sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you have any other notes that you want to give parents or pointers as to what they should do with technology and specifically smartphones?
If you're going to limit the phones, at least tell the person.
Okay.
Instead of just thinking your phone's messed up and virus. But that's what I thought until she told me that she would put locks and everything. Yeah,
so communication from parents to your young person is really critical. That you can actually, they can know, here I'm doing this and here's why. Don't just do it. So that's good. I like that. That's being respectful of you. Anything else?
Talk to the person about how if they want locks and how far you should go with the locks. Get some input on, because you do need some control over the device to some extent.
You the child, you the young person. Yes. Okay.
You need some control over. The adults do need control over the devices to some extent, not too far. So.
If you're opening your phone and you can't even access the calculator, that gets frustrating. Right. Or you can't access some basic things. But there are times where you are frustrated because you want to access to look up something and you can't. So it is a very delicate, and they're constantly changing the way it works, which is frustrating too for the parents. So smartphones are a tool, not a toy. That's important. But we actually want to steward those as well as parents, because one of the things that frustrates you guys a lot of times is we're on our phones, which is not a good example.
Have a job on your phone, so that's kind of,
Still. Yeah. And is the parent present with the child, or are we also checked out in our own little Facebook world or whatever else, or Instagram?
Okay, fine.
Yeah. But it's been good talking to you, and look forward to more of these as we actually learn from you and learn from each other and hopefully lead our families well. So bless you and your family. Talk to you next time. Say bye.
Bye. Rip.
Thanks for tuning in to the Family Health Podcast. I hope these become valuable resources full of encouragement and challenges as you lead your family well and with confidence, and definitely not alone. Find out more about marriage and family life coaching and consulting at HealingLives.com. I want to help you and your family be successful in marriage, love, life, and family. Thank you to our sponsor, the Family Launch Academy. To get your family moving in the right direction quickly, check out our website, HealingLives.com, for available options that will serve your family best, from counseling and coaching to seminars, online courses, and more. It is an honor to serve.